One person we won't be bigging up is Tim Westwood. One person we won't be bigging up is Tim Blood Clot Westwood. Tim Westwood accused of indecent assaults at the BBC studios and rape at a London hotel. The 68-year-old former Radio 1 DJ accused of offences against 7 different women. He's been granted bail, by the way. Somehow he got bail, even though he got charged these crazy fucking charges, sexual charges, abuse charges. He still got bail. He turned up to his fucking hearing wearing a fucking Dior puffer, which is fucking crazy, isn't it? This guy's like, what, probably 60 something years old. Yes, nearly 70. Dior puffer and shit. Chest up, looking with his chin up as well. Trying not to look down or defeated and shit. It's like, brother, you're a creep. You're a loser. You're a fucking dirtbag. You should be buried under the jail, really and truly. But let's see how it goes. But I'm sure he's probably not allowed to travel. He's probably got travel restrictions, even though he's been in Nigeria making some money and playing in places here and there. But crazy situation. It says here, courtesy of Sky News, former Radio 1 DJ Westwood has been granted conditional bail during a court appearance with facing charges of rape and sexual assault. The former Radio 1 DJ who returned to the UK from Nigeria last week, honestly, Nigeria's down bad, man, for fucking housing this guy, for giving him a platform, for allowing him to make money and shit. Fucking crazy, isn't it? Really, really crazy how that shit works out. As soon as you get in trouble in the first world country, you go to a third world country and then you go make the money because they usually don't care. They usually are more enamored with your celebrity than your crimes, and they will turn a blind eye to it and pay you the big bag for it. So crazy. He has attended 5 police interviews voluntarily since the investigation into the alleged offences began. Westwood previously denied all allegations of sexual misconduct made against him. Chief Magistrate Paul Goldspring granted bail on the condition that he does not contact prosecution witnesses and set his next court appearance at Southwark Crown Court on the 8th of December. The charges. Westwood is charged with 4 counts of rape, 9 counts of indecent assault, and 2 counts of sexual assault. Jesus Christ. And again, this is stuff that's been known for years. Even from when I was back in the day in school, it was known that this guy was a creep. Not to this extent, don't get me wrong. I didn't know he was out here fucking raping women, but definitely knew that he, had a penchant for the younger ladies. This was back in the day when, 20, 30 years ago, when he probably would have been in his 40s still. So he was old since the time that most of us were about. So he was in his 40s going to freshers, trying to fuck on 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds and shit. Like crazy work. These include allegations of rape against a woman at a hotel in London in 1996, 1 count of rape from early 2000s and address in London, and 2 counts of rape and address in London in 2010s. He's further accused of 4 indecent assaults in London in the 1980s, 3 indecent assaults in the BBC at the 1990s, and 2 indecent assaults in the early 2000s. The former DJ also allegedly is to have sexually assaulted a woman in a nightclub in Stroud, Gloucestershire in 2010, and faces second sexual assault charge against a woman at a music festival in London in 2010s. Westwood began his broadcasting career in local radio before joining Capital Radio in the 1980s. He moved to the BBC in 1994, working in Radio 1 and 1 Extra for almost 20 years. So the whole entire time, during his height of his career, he was out here allegedly assaulting, raping, doing all sorts of madness of women. Fucking crazy. After leaving the BBC in 2013, he then joined Capital Extra, hosting a regular Saturday show where he was referred to as Big Dog before he left the company in 2022. By the way, what a nickname. Absolutely crazy situation. So he's been granted conditional bail, and we're probably waiting to see how that's going to transpire. But I'm assuming, based on the length of time this investigation has taken to conclude, based on the amount of witnesses, based on just the talk of the town, and what's that thing called? The worst kept secret ever was this guy was a complete and utter creep. I think we're probably going to get a guilty plea very, 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 very soon. I'm assuming off the back of this. I doubt he's going to not be found guilty. I think for sure we're going to get some level of a guilty plea on this, and I think it's more than deserved. Honestly, I think it's more than deserved.